Down to his side. This
Oh, Malley! Combination! 3-piece dinner with biscuits. Oh, Malley! I gotta meet that kid, man. Yeah, boys. Hey, man, the skinny boys is in the house, man.
I'm looking for exciting. I'm looking for flashy. I'm looking for somebody who has that thing.
What is that thing?
Sean O'Malley is that thing.
Yellow. Sean O'Malley is one of those fighters that instantly brings hype every time he fights. Naturally, as a result, you see the comment sections flooded with people hoping he'll fall. I already know that this treatment will continue for as long as O'Malley fights, regardless of how much skill and finesse he demonstrates in the arena. Why? Because that's what it means to be a star. When an individual shines, when they express that honest spark within themselves, the intuitive, visceral response for most is usually discomfort. To be inspired beyond our current paradigm and to embrace that spark means embracing change, and change is very uncomfortable. It's so much easier to just be negative wishing for a downfall. After all, in doing so, we shield our eyes from that glimmer of change, not from that other person, but more so within ourselves. It's a form of projection. That is what a star does, and it's not their light we see. It's the light we see in ourselves. Whether he cares or not, Sean O'Malley has that spark, and as a student of the game, he pushes the envelope of what we think we know. Taking moves from Dillashaw, Conor McGregor, Thompson, and many more, he's a switch-hitting assassin, touching you up with an array of techniques and overloading his opponents with endless possibilities. Truly, his style and overall fight IQ have been nothing short of brilliant. That said, let's now take a closer glance at his return bout. Thank you for joining me on this breakdown. Unengaged, note how Sean O'Malley's sidekick from Southpaw is as seamless as butter. Stepping off the back foot, he momentarily transfers weight to his lead foot before hopping into the strike. Watch as his back foot comes in to replace the position of that lead foot. The torso leans back as counterweight as his forward momentum transfers into the blow. Perfect. On connection, Jose's lead leg buckles into an awkward position momentarily. There is no follow-up against a sidekick that lands this perfect. Sean O'Malley feints a few times off of Southpaw. Watch this. He's so subtle that in that slight touch of a glove, O'Malley, he measured Jose before shifting into orthodox. The result, this tape likely almost felt like it came out of nowhere. That's one of Sean O'Malley's gifts. His vision is remarkable, thus with a slight initial touch to gauge distance, he has a talent for keeping tabs on that distance without continuously needing to remeasure. And just note the stance he has entered from Southpaw. He is in a karate or bladed stance. I believe this stance finds a lot more functionality in the octagon than it would in a square ring, as the emphasis on front and back movement, in and out movement, opposed to lateral, means you'll likely have a harder time with corners. But here, you're given a bigger, wider space, more open space, and you have less reliance on a lateral movement stance because you don't risk being trapped in a corner the same way. Although someone like Stipe Miocic has such good ring generalship that even if you hit a corner in the octagon, he can instantly punish you for it. Naturally, watch how with Sean O'Malley's stance, he just has too much space to be punished by Jose. Note this here being one of the ways Sean O'Malley can evade and circle into safety. From his hands down stance, this time the front foot pointing at his opponent's front foot, Sean O'Malley exits back into a horse riding stance which allows him to utilize better lateral movement. The moment Jose pursues O'Malley in a straight line, O'Malley, he just plants his feet and moves the other way from the line Jose was moving in. Jose is proc to catch O'Malley with a leaping lead hook, but watch, textbook how O'Malley raises his guard to defend. Clearly, Sean O'Malley has a unique knowledge advantage over his opponents. Thus, just like that, O'Malley has worked himself back into plenty of space. This time, trying to line O'Malley up with a leaping lead hook, it's easily blocked with the raise of a guard. From there, against that momentum, Sean O'Malley uses a collar tie. Matador. Easily, Sean O'Malley tosses Jose to the canvas. Look at how O'Malley feints or stutter steps. He's testing the waters before committing to a strike. He's not getting overexcited. This shows mental discipline. He's not caught up in the moment. He's still making reads and gauging his opponent's status. This young man is very mature. Instantly seeing Jose raise his guard on malley, he makes a note touching to trigger guard with his backhand from orthodox. Because the guard was adjusted for a straight, the flinch allowed Sean O'Malley's roundhouse to wrap around guard. Boom. With perfect setup, timing and technique, the flinch had Jose crumble against a strike he never saw coming. This here is what allows Sean O'Malley to execute such a vast arsenal. It's why he has such a seamless transition between skills and stances.
Anything I'm thinking doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go in there and flow. I literally just trust that all the work has been put in and that my higher self is just gonna go in there and I don't have to do anything.
Flow and a calm level mind is why Sean O'Malley has such a high fight IQ. Truly, this young man is a new era fighter who brings another level to the game. We live in a wonderful time. The sport just keeps on evolving, and this young man is an expression of that. As always, I look forward to seeing how his career will pan out. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit the notifications. Thank you for your day. It truly does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Smash like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma, and until next time, peace.